So hello everyone, again we are back with a new video, new update regarding IBM recruitment drive. So in few colleges the IBM is already started their recruitment drive and few colleges they have already done. So today we will talk about the recruitment drive, rounds, questions, important topics and each and everything, and specifically this is for on campus drive and for 2026 pass out batch. So in our video definitely we will talk about a few points like IBM and their rounds, and definitely we have a few screenshot you can definitely find that we have already communicated with the recruitment team and they have sent the mail. So with proper documentations or the informations we will discuss each and every point. So here you can find in the round number 1 that is completely online based coding section. So after completing the registration process, yes, this regarding the registration process we also make a one video. You can check in our previous video, or also you can click on the I button. The previous video is also available. So here you can understand how you can complete the registration process, and definitely you have to note down your IBM person ID after completing the registration process. We have already talked about in our previous video. Now come back to the round. Round number 1 is completely online based coding assessment. So from your home definitely you can attempt the coding sections. Then how many questions are there, what are the topic, definitely we will discuss. Then come back to the round number 2. If you are qualified for the coding online coding assessment, then you will be eligible for the English communications round. Then after that you have to be present in your college or your campus for the again there is another coding round which will be in person coding round. Again, if you clear the coding round, in-person coding round, then there is a English assessment. Now after that, we will talk about the what are the questions they have asked, what are the trick we have to follow so that we can clear the cutoff marks, and there are few informations so definitely we have to share so that you do not face any difficulties during your assessment. And also the exact similar type of questions which is asked, so we have make a PDF. Definitely we will share in our group like Telegram group as well as a WhatsApp group. Now here you can find I do not take the college name, of course. There is some registration date is also available, which is available from 2nd September to 3rd September. You can clearly understand the registration process is already done and the assessment is also covered whenever I record the video. And there are some link is also available. Through this link, we have to complete the registration process. And again, after successfully completing the registration process, IBM is already shared the stage by stage process as I just mentioned. First is basically coding assessment, and here you can find there are few things is already mentioned during the online assessment, coding assessment mainly. The shift tab and the browser in between that. So you cannot change or you cannot shift the tabs. Copy paste is definitely prohibited, and you need some webcam, and microphone is also available. And so there are few criteria they have mentioned, so you have to strictly follow. And for the spoken English also, yes, if you clear the coding round, definitely you will come back to the spoken round. This is the round number 2. Then there is another coding round. As I mentioned, there is English assessment and the interview. So each and everything I have already mentioned in your objective, and definitely in details we will talk about each and every round. Now come back to the round number 1, that is a coding round. Under the coding round, the time duration is 60 minutes. So within 60 minutes, you have to complete the 2 coding questions. Now, definitely we will ask one question. This is the level of these particular questions. So easy, medium, or hard, based on our student feedback. So I could say this is easy level of coding questions. But the challenge part is that so you have to solve the 2 coding questions with a minimum time. So time is the main factor, and how many test case is passed. So this is the 2 important thing you have to keep in your mind during the coding assessment, because the question is simple questions. So in our PDF we definitely discuss, or in next slide also you will discuss. Now what are the topic we have to cover for the coding assessment? Array, string, and the linear data structure, other linear data structure apart from array and string. So this is the syllabus for coding assessment. Now what are the platform? You have to write down the code. This is basically the Hackerrank. Now you will be asked, is this elimination round? Definitely yes. Now the cutoff marks. Is there any ratio? Can you explain? If 100 students sit for the IBM for the online assessment, you can expect only 50 to 60 students are eligible for the next round. Okay, this is the ratio. Now again, if I come back to the questions, what are the exact questions they have asked. So this is the one questions we have already mentioned, and you can find there is one screenshot, but don't ask me how you can get the screenshot, but you do not worry about the screenshot. So this is the exact questions. You just pause the video and take the screenshot and go through the questions, and also we will share the PDF. So definitely you can find the questions over there also. So for that case, you have to join in our WhatsApp group as well as the Telegram group. Now come back to the round number 2, that is the online assessment. The student who have cleared the online coding, जो लोग ऑनलाइन कोडिंग क्लियर कर चुके उसी लोगों के लिए ये बेसिकली तुम्हारा इंग्लिश असेसमेंट है. इसमें क्या होगा बेसिकली, सो चलो एक बार देख लेते मेल में क्या क्या लोग मेंशन किया था. यस, इंग्लिश स्पोकन लैंग्वेज असेसमेंट, दिस इज नथिंग बट ए कम्युनिकेशन असेसमेंट. उसके लिए बेसिकली तुम्हारे पास एक लिंक जाएगा, उस लिंक के लिए तुमको एक एप्लीकेशन इंस्टॉल करना होगा, उसमें तुम्हारा प्रैक्टिस सेट भी अवेलेबल होगा. वो प्रैक्टिस सेट तुमको क्लियर एक बार चेक कर लेना चाहिए कि तुम्हारा सिस्टम में प्रॉपर्ली वर्क कर रहे हैं कि नहीं कर रहे. अगर कम्युनिकेशन राउंड में कोई भी टेक्निकल इशू होगा तो इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू सॉल्व एट ए टाइम. सो बेटर बिफोर अटेम्प्ट द फाइनल एग्जाम मेक श्योर यू कंप्लीट द practice communication test. Okay, the link is also shared by the IBM. Okay, now in a 1 minute अगर हम लोग को समरी करना होगा कि इंग्लिश कम्युनिकेशन एसेसमेंट में बेसिकली क्या क्या था. ये तुम्हारा टोटल टाइम ड्यूरेशन था 20 मिनट्स. देयर आर टोटल 6 सेक्शंस. उस 6 सेक्शन में क्या क्या था, डेफिनेटली रीडिंग, लिसनिंग एंड द कंप्लीट द सेंटेंस, और फ्यू तुम्हारा फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स भी था, और कुछ कुछ सेक्शन में तुमको कुछ टॉपिक दिया जाएगा, उसमें तुमको बोलना चाहिए. तो आई बिलीव रीडिंग, लिसनिंग एंड कंप्लीट द सेंटेंस यू क्लियरली अंडरस्टैंड. अगेन आई जस्ट क्विकली रिवाइज. रीडिंग का मतलब क्या होना चाहिए, तुम्हारे पास एक पैसेज रहेगा, उस पैसेज को प्रॉपर प्रोनाउंस के साथ तुमको रिकॉर्ड करना चाहिए. देन तुम्हारा लिसनिंग, एक तुम्हारे पास ऑडियो होगा जो रिकॉर्डेड था, उसको जस्ट तुमको सिंगल टाइम में प्ले करना चाहिए. प्ले करने के बाद उसके ऊपर से कोई भी क्वेश्चन तुम्हारे पास आ सकता है, क्वेश्चन को तुमको डेफिनेटली आंसर देना चाहिए. देन द कंप्लीट सेंटेंस का मतलब क्या, जो हम लोग फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स बोल रहे हैं, कुछ सेंटेंस होगा उसमें तुम्हारा आर्टिकल, प्रीपोजिशंस, वॉइस चेंज, इस टाइप का तुम्हारा कुछ क्वेश्चंस होगा जिसमें तुमको कंप्लीट द सेंटेंस करना होगा. देन द स्पीकिंग में बेसिकली क्या होगा ना, तुमको एक टॉपिक दिया जाएगा, जैसे इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ फीमेल एजुकेशन, ऐसा कुछ टॉपिक दिया जाएगा. उस टॉपिक के लिए तुमको बस 45 सेकंड तुम थिंक करोगे, उसके बाद यू हैव टू रिकॉर्ड द योर वॉइस और योर थिंकिंग. सो जो भी तुम बोलना चाह रहे हो उसको रिकॉर्ड करके तुमको अपलोड करना चाहिए तुम्हारा स्पीकिंग सेक्शन में. सो देयर आर टोटल 6 सेक्शंस. And there is another point I have missed, like the missing word in the sentence. Oh, exactly similar type of questions are already as there in your online assessment. Now again, is this a elimination round? Definitely yes, it's also elimination round. Now the cutoff marks is quite difficult to say what are the cutoff marks, but again you can say the 50 to 60% student only clear this particular communication assessment. This is more difficult than a coding round in a simple way, because most of the student complete the coding round, but communication round is basically the cutoff marks is quite high. So you have to be serious, or there are some technical problem can be arised, so you have to be take care each and everything. Okay, make sure the you use the wired headphone, background noise should not be there, internet speed must be work properly. So these are the basic things you have to be mentioned, keep in your mind during the communications round. Now again, if you clear the coding communications round, of course you will jump to the in-person coding assessment. So for that case, maybe you have to come back to your college. Okay. Now again, you can find there are some date time is also available. Yes, for that case, you can find the reporting time is 8:30 a.m. Make sure you reach to your college minimum 30 minutes before the exact time. The reason is that they will start the exam exactly 8:30. Now for that case, definitely they will check a few document. So for that case, you have to carry your college ID card, government ID proof, and wired headphone. If it is not provided by your institution, so you have to carry it. Okay, and one more thing is basically IBM person ID. So you have to remember, or you have to note down. Okay, this is all the documents are informations are I am sharing. This is for the registration purpose. So the IBM employee will be come to your colleges. They will check that you have a college ID card or not, you have an Aadhaar card or the PAN card is not. So and the IBM person ID they will be checked. Then only they will allocate one computer to you so that you can give the assessment. So and yes, there are few documents I believe you have already received from your institution. These are the documents you have to upload. But how you can upload it? The similar type of video we have already uploaded in our previous video. You can just check it. Now again, we just talk about the online offline coding assessment. Again, you can find there is a one question. The exact same question is already asked. So we have just mentioned over here. Again, you can just pause the video, take the screenshot as well. And again, if you clear the offline coding assessment, then there is another offline English assessment. So it's not like your communications round, is basically the English assessment. So what are these? Here you can find there are total 20 minutes you have in your hand. Now you have to type few topics, like here we have mentioned that there are few scenarios given. You have to type like the teamwork management. The exact question I do not remember. The question is basically that you are working as a team, you have to drop a mail, or you have to give an update to your team leader, what are the progress we have done, what are the challenges we have faced, what are the status of your project. So regarding this you have to type. So for that case you have to type minimum 100 to 150 words. Then again there is another topic given, like time deadline management, like you have assigned you some project but you are not able to complete the project within a time frame. So how you can drop a mail, or how can type these particular things. So this type of passage will be given, so only you have to type it, nothing it, not like similar to the communication assessment. Okay, and there the cutoff marks is, I already know, that is a 52%, sorry, not 50 to 60, 52 is basically the cutoff marks to clear the English assessment. Okay, so you have to complete it within a 20 minutes. Now the tricky part is that this is within a 20 minutes, is it possible to complete all the five passages or the five topics? Definitely yes. For that case you just try to write within 100 to 120 words, because you have to also attempt the other topic also. There are total 5 sections are available, just complete these sections and you have to move to the next section. And there is another information I must mention, like there, whenever you attempt the coding assessment, there is a two options. One is basically save and continue, and in the bottom right side corner you can find the submit. There is one student who by mistake they have clicked on the submit after writing the one code. So here submit means basically 1 and 2 both the coding questions will be submit at a time. So I would suggest don't click on the submit button unless and until you complete 1 and 2 coding questions. So मेरा सजेशन यही होगा, एक क्वेश्चन कोडिंग क्वेश्चन लिखने के बाद you must click on the save and continue button. By mistake if you click on submit button, there is no such options that you can reattempt it. So be careful here. So there are few students already make this particular mistake, so I have to mention over here. And again, if you face any difficulties during your in-person coding assessment or the communication assessment, invigilator is also there, the IBM delegates is also there, you just inform them, sir I am facing some problem. But for the coding assessment definitely they will give a rough pen and rough page as well as the pen, so you can definitely build the logic. Okay, now come back to the next part, that is the round number 5, technical plus HR interview. Again it's basically in person. The student who have cleared the technical coding in-person coding assessment, then the student who have cleared the English assessment, so definitely your name will be under the technical as well as the HR interview. So for that case we have mentioned what are the topic you have to prepare, like whatever the project you have mentioned, तुम्हारा सीवी में जो प्रोजेक्ट मेंशन किया है, फाइनल ईयर प्रोजेक्ट বা जो भी प्रोजेक्ट तुम्हारे पास है, वो प्रोजेक्ट्स के ऊपर बहुत सारा क्वेश्चंस वो लोग पूछ सकता है. और जो ट्रेनिंग तुम अगर मेंशन किए होंगे, जो सर मेरे को एसएपी, एडब्ल्यूएस, जीसीपी, आईओटी, एआईएमएल, जनरेटिव एआई, कुछ भी तुमको ट्रेनिंग किए हो एंड यू हैव दैट पर्टिकुलर सर्टिफिकेशन, सो लोग डेफिनेटली पूछ रहे हैं जो तुम्हारा सर्टिफिकेशन में क्या क्या टॉपिक किया था, उसमें क्या सीखा था, हैव यू इम्प्लीमेंट द सेम कॉन्सेप्ट इन योर एकेडमिक पर्पस, तो ये सब क्वेश्चन तुमको पूछ सकता है. और जो उप्स ओरिएंटेड जो कॉन्सेप्ट है बेसिकली हम लोग बार बार डिस्कस करते हैं, उससे बहुत सारा क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है, डीबीएमएस से पूछा गया है, फंडामेंटल्स ऑफ प्रोग्रामिंग एंड द रिज्यूम बेस्ड टेक्निकल कॉन्सेप्ट. मान के चलो तो कोई बच्चा लिखा हुआ है रिज्यूम में जब मेरे को एआईएमएल आता है, तो डेफिनेटली उसमें क्वेश्चन पूछ सकता है. कोई भी बच्चा लोग मेंशन किया है जो मेरे को एसएपी आता है, तो उसमें पूछ सकता है. और क्या, सिनेरियो बेस्ड प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग. सिनेरियो बेस्ड बेसिकली प्रॉब्लम मतलब क्या होता है, वो लोग तुमको उसी टाइम में बोल देगा जैसे तुम एक कोई भी, the each and every document is already updated. And again for your case it's my suggestion, make sure you check your mail which is shared by the IBM. So do the necessary things, prepare the necessary document. And yes, there is one thing like they have mentioned, for in-person interview you have to carry the updated resume. So during the registration process you have already upload one resume, so can you modify the resume? Definitely yes. For the interview purpose, if you think you need some modification in your resume, so definitely you can अपडेट द रिज्यूम. ओके, एंड देयर आर फ्यू इन्फॉर्मेशन. अगर तुम ये सब चीज़ नहीं करोगे तो सो बेसिकली हम लोग जितना नोटिस किए, जो 6 to 7 स्टूडेंट जो था वो बेसिकली डिस्क्वालीफाई था. क्यों ना, बिकॉज वो लोग दूसरा टैब ओपन किए थे, कोई स्पेशल जो फंक्शनल की हम लोग बोलते हैं वो फंक्शनल की मेंशन किए थे, और जो कैमरा था वो कैमरा से उसका फेस हट गया था. हाँ डेफिनेटली वार्निंग आएगा, लेकिन अगर तुम बार बार ये चीज करोगे तो डेफिनेटली तुम मल्टीपल टाइम टैब्स ओपन करोगे तो सो डेफिनेटली दे विल डू नॉट चेक योर कोडिंग ऑल्सो। वो क्लियरली मेंशन किया जाएगा जो 6-7 स्टूडेंट था जो लोग ऐसा कुछ कर रहे थे, इसलिए हम लोग उसको कोडिंग भी चेक नहीं करेंगे। वो बेसिकली कंप्यूटर ओरिएंटेड सिस्टम है, वो बेसिकली उस स्टूडेंट लोगों को वो लिस्ट से हटाई देगा क्योंकि रीजन था डिस्क्वालीफाइड फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग। और जो कोडिंग असेसमेंट है तुम्हारा, ऑनलाइन जो कोडिंग असेसमेंट है, तो मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स आर थिंकिंग जो कोई एआई मॉडल से बेसिकली क्वेश्चंस को देखे बस कॉपी पेस्ट करने वाले। सो इट्स माय रिक्वेस्ट और सजेशंस यू कैन से, डोंट कॉपी पेस्ट, दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग। अगर तुम कॉपी पेस्ट करके कुछ कोड रन कर रहे हो मतलब वो बेसिकली रन होगा, तुमको लगेगा जहाँ क्वेश्चन रन हो जाएगा, लेकिन तुम्हारा नाम शॉर्ट लिस्ट में नहीं आएगा क्योंकि एआई को खुद को पता है कि तुम एक कॉपी पेस्ट करके कोड लिख रहे हो। तो एक चीज है। और 3 नंबर चीज बेसिकली जो डॉक्यूमेंट बोला गया है, वो डॉक्यूमेंट अगर तुम्हारे पास नहीं होगा तो बेसिकली वो लोग तुमको वेरीफाई नहीं करेगा, तो तुमको वो लोग बैठने ही नहीं देगा। दे आर वेरी वेरी स्ट्रिक्ट। सो मेक श्योर यू कैरी द प्रॉपर डॉक्यूमेंट। जो डॉक्यूमेंट तुम्हारे तुमको बोला गया है वो डॉक्यूमेंट तुमको लेके जाना है। दे फर्स्ट वेरीफाई, देन ओनली दे विल एलोकेट द सीट। Okay, so this is the few informations or the guideline I must share. So that's it from my side, and I believe you get the better informations and which will be helpful for your placement type. And thank you to everyone, and very very all the best, and perform well, and let me know this video is helpful or not. Thank you, tata, bye bye.